This review is of drcaramastermind.com. And what I wanted to say, I wasn't sure whether this was meant to be a website or a landing page, simply because there isn't a lot of information. But because you talk about a workshop and you have a page about Dr. Cara, I'm reviewing it as a website. If it was a landing page, there's different components that go into a landing page as opposed to a website. So I'm treating this as a website. And first of all, what I wanted to do is say where I've seen real strengths in your website, and then I'll offer some suggestions for improvement. So the first thing I wanted to say is you've done really well as far as ease of navigation. It's just a scroll down. So I said you've only got 2 buttons at the top, so the navigation is simple. And I really love the background picture down here. The website is mostly on a white background, which makes it easy to read. And the other thing that I really like is the fact that you have a video and that you highlight some pain points. And I noticed that you mentioned that you were approached by FBI to work with FBI, and there's a lot of credibility that goes in that. So I would really highlight that and talk a little bit more about your qualifications and why you were approached to work with them. Now, my suggestions for improvement, I would probably have a .com.au domain name. Again, if you are based in Australia, people expect a .com.au domain name. If your clients are global, then it's fine to stick with .com, and if all your programs are conducted online, then that's okay too. But if you see people face to face, then do .com.au or have both of them. What I really like is that you have these pain points, but I think they need to be a little bit stronger. And they're so different. So I would address each pain point separately. One of the mentions is down here, which talks about how can you benefit from emotion in business without the pain of CPR. I don't know what CPR is. Maybe I'm not your target audience, but it's important that you spell things out. Don't assume that people will know what it means. At the top of your homepage, you have a lot of white space. So there's a lot of real estate down here where you could have beautiful images and calls to action and really grab people. At the moment, just this quote, it's nice, but because you are the face of the business, I would actually have this image that you've got down here, and which is very powerful. Have it up at the top, or have a slideshow or a video or something of you in action or talking to people, and maybe even have a professional photo of you rotating with other images of you actually working. Now there's a huge heading here. Hi, my name is Dr. Cara, and I'm not sure why it's so big, why it needs to take up so much space. What I did notice where unfortunately a lot of entrepreneurs make a mistake is they make the website about themselves. And I hate to say it, and I know it sounds really harsh, but the website is not about you, and people don't care about what you're all about. They care about how you can help them, how you can help resolve their problems. So I think your homepage should be heavily focused on what you can do, and so use the words you and outline the features and benefits rather than focusing on yourself. You've got an About Dr. Cara page, but when I click on that, it takes a little while to get to, and that's fine to put all your information there, and it's not actually even going to your, so I'm not sure whether the link is not working or whether my connection's a little bit slow, but yeah, it doesn't seem to be going anywhere. And then you also have workshop on 2nd December. Okay, so it's finally come to the About Us page, which is, as you can see, it's a little bit all over the place. So it's not mobile responsive, and the video sits on top of the text. So I think it needs a lot of improvement there, because most people tend to view, I think it's like 50 to 60% of people view their website on mobile devices. Now, if I want to go back to the home page, there's no navigation. So in most cases, the clicking on the logo will take me to a home page, but I'm not sure whether that will work in this case. Let me just go back that way. So what I would suggest, if this is a website that you're wanting to promote, have a lot more catchy headlines and focus on your customers. Here we go. Okay, we're back home again. And focus on the customer. It's not down here. It's fine to have a short paragraph, have the text stretch out a little bit more, or maybe have a bigger image. There's a lot of white space. So there's a lot of white space all around every element. I would probably reduce that, because you want to capture people as soon as they arrive on your website. They don't want to be looking at white space, and they won't know that there's actually more information to go down. What I wanted to say about the workshop on 2nd of December, I don't know whether it's a workshop that was in 2017 or whether it's a workshop that's coming up in 2018. So on the homepage, you should have catchy headlines. You should have lots of calls to action. You should have an outline of the services that you offer. And perhaps if you mention it in the video, also have it in text on your website. Some people will watch a video, some people like to read. Search engines can't index a video, so search engines won't know what your business is about. Your images should tell a story of success, of how your business or how you have helped people. And so I would have images that reflect that on your homepage and throughout the website. Your video that you've got on the homepage, I watched a little bit of that, and that heavily focuses on you again. It's fine to have that video, but I'd probably include it on the About Me page rather than on the homepage. The video on the homepage should be, again, about how you can help your customers. It doesn't tell me there's no in your navigation, it doesn't tell me what services you actually offer. Do you offer Skype consults, or is it only face-to-face or phone consults? And how do you work? What programs do you have? So I think you need to put it in your navigation, then have a page for every service that you offer, and also pricing. I would also have links to social media profiles just to add credibility, especially if you have a large following. And there's no home button, and as I said, it's a very simple navigation. There's not a lot happening on the website, and people expect to see a lot more information about your business and about how you can help them. I would also have a booking calendar so that people can book to either talk to you if you offer free consults, or if your consults are paid, just make it easy for people to book to see you. And there's a number of different plugins that you can use if you're using a WordPress website, Calendly being one of them, and that they have a free version. If you run workshops, for example, there are workshop booking calendars, so I would definitely include that on. Suggested pages, I would have services or programs that you offer, contact information and how people can actually contact you. And offer different ways to contact you, not just a web form. Include an email address, phone number, your mobile number, Skype ID, social media profiles. Again, you can have them listed throughout your website. I would also have a testimonials page that goes to your credibility, a frequently asked questions page in which you address any concerns people may have about hiring you. If you have case studies that you can put together, they're often very powerful. I would also have resources, articles, and useful links, terms and conditions, and a privacy policy. And from a credibility point of view, I would include, as I mentioned, testimonials. And if you can have photos of the people that you have helped, that goes a long way. You're obviously very qualified if the FBI wanted to hire you. So I would highlight your qualifications on the website and probably on the homepage. If you belong to trade associations, have those. If you've been featured in the media, whether it's online or on TV, if you've got videos or articles that you have written, I would also highlight them. And I think that's about all at the moment. So thank you for the opportunity to review your website. I hope you have found it useful.